Zara, hello. I wanted to talk to you about Christmas. It's coming up soon, and I want to make sure that everything is in order for it.
Hello, Helen. Yes, for the 10th time, I've got everything under control.
It's just, this is the first time that you're hosting Christmas, and we don't want anything to go wrong now, do we? Otherwise, the children will be very upset. Not to mention that a lot of other people are looking forward to this occasion, and we don't want to end up eating burnt or undercooked food.
That won't happen, Helen. I know what I'm doing. I have cooked before, you know.
Yes, I know. But this is for a lot more people. There's a special knack for cooking for 12 plus people, you know? With your limited experience, I would be surprised if you could do it for the first time. We're definitely going to need my help.
I'll be okay, Helen. And you don't need to worry about me. When I was younger, I helped my mom cook Christmas dinner for our family, and there were at least 10 of us every year then. So it'll be just like that.
Yes, but I know what my family likes. Let's face it, I don't think you could make a Christmas dinner that they are going to enjoy. In fact, we'll all probably end up going back home hungry still. I think it might be better if I did the turkey at least. That way everyone will be able to eat the main part of the meal.
Helen, honestly, it'll be okay. I've cooked turkey enough times to know how to do it properly.
Fine. If you think you know how to do it so well, tell me, what temperature does it need to cook at?
Seriously? You're actually going to make me tell you how I cook a turkey?
Yes. I want to know that my family and I aren't going to get food poisoning because of you. I'd rather not spend my Christmas day being sick everywhere.
I cook the turkey at 356 degrees Fahrenheit over the course of a few hours, basting it every hour so that it remains juicy. Is that okay?
Well, if you really want it to remain juicy, then you should baste it every half an hour. That's how I do it, and my family loves the turkey.
Yes, well, I do it every hour and it turns out perfectly fine. Besides, I'll be making the sides too, and I also want to spend a bit of time with my family so that we can actually enjoy the day together.
Well, with that half-assed attitude, I doubt the food will be okay.
Meaning,
If you're going to insist on cooking such an important meal, then you need to be dedicated to it all day, until it's served. You can't just do things half-heartedly. You can spend time with Mike and the kids after the dinner's done.
excuse you, but I will spend my day however I want it. The food will be fine. I'll prep a lot of it the night before so that there isn't a lot to do on the day.
You can't do that.
Why not?
All of the veggies will brown and dry out. No, you need to do it on the day so it's as fresh as possible.
Helen, that just won't be possible, especially with a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. I've prepared meals like this before, and they've all turned out fine. This one will be no different. Now, I need to go, so I can't talk any longer. I'll see you at Christmas.
Very well. I'll see you at Christmas. Just be sure that there's extra room in the oven for my backup turkey.
What do you mean your backup turkey?
Yes, I'm going to bring it just in case. I've already asked Mike, and he said it's okay.
Oh, has he now?
He has. So I'll need the oven on the day. It'll be set at 400 Fahrenheit, so any sides will have to be cooked separately so they don't burn. Also, don't forget to add plenty of butter to the mashed potatoes and a high-quality brandy for the Christmas pudding. Something around $30 to $40 should do. Anything cheaper just tastes disgusting, and my family and I will know, and then Christmas will be ruined. You don't want that, do you?
I'm afraid you can't do that. I'm going to need all the oven space I have. So if you want to bring your own turkey, you'll have to cook it at your house.
Fine then. You know, I must say that you are very rude. I'm your mother-in-law, so you should treat me with a lot more respect than you do. Honestly, I don't know what my son sees in you. He should have never married you.
Well, that's not a nice thing to say now, is it?
It doesn't matter. I bet he never told you, but I'd found him a wonderful girl to go out with. I even set them up on a date. Lily was truly wonderful. She would have fit into the family nicely too, unlike you. But for some reason, Mike simply didn't like her as much as he should have. Honestly, I blame you. If only things had worked out between them.
Hang on. Mike went out with someone else? When? Was I seeing him then?
You might have been around then, but I knew that Lily was the one that Mike was truly supposed to be with.
Well then, I've got to go. Goodbye, Helen.
Goodbye.
Mike, honey, are you there?
Hey, sweetie, how's your day going?
Well, not the best, to be honest. Just now, while I was trying to shop for some of the kids' presents, I had your mom message me, telling me all about how she thinks that I'm going to do the Christmas dinner wrong and how none of your family will like what I cook.
God, I'm so sorry, Czar. Honestly, don't listen to her. Everyone will love your cooking. I know I do. In fact, I'd have to say you're a better cook than my mom has ever been.
Really?
Yeah, in my opinion, my mom actually burns the food whenever she cooks it. There's always a bitter taste that goes with it. Plus, this is our first time hosting Christmas, so I'll definitely be around to help if you need or want it.
But your mom said that she had asked you if she could cook a backup turkey in our oven and that you had said yes?
Oh, hang on a minute. I never said anything about her cooking a spare turkey in our oven. We're gonna need that space for the rest of the food. This is the first time that I'm hearing anything about her doing that. She's not texting me to ask at all.
So you didn't tell her she could do that?
No, not at all. I know how important this day is to you, and I never do anything to take it away from you.
Thank you, Mike. You really are the best husband.
I know.
But,
What is it?
well, it's just that your mom mentioned something else.
Yes?
She said that she set you up on a date with a woman called Lily, and that she did it whilst you were seeing me?
Jeez, she told you about that?
So it's true? You were dating other people when we were going out?
No, I promise. Look, my mom did set me up with her, but I swear that I had no clue about what she was doing. It was a surprise blind date. My mom asked me to meet her at a restaurant so we could have dinner together, but when I got there, she told me she wasn't going and that there was a young woman in her place. I was mortified at what she'd done, so I immediately told Lily that I was already in a happy relationship and that I wouldn't leave you for the world.
But why didn't you tell me about it?
I guess I didn't want to taint your opinion of my mom. We'd only been going out for a few months, and I didn't want you to think that my mom hated you.
I see. I guess I see where you're coming from. It would have been a bit awkward. But I know for sure she hates me now. I'll be surprised if she doesn't turn up with an entire Christmas dinner.
Well, this has gone on long enough. I'll not have my own mom disrespecting my wife like this. And to even try and interfere with our marriage and make you doubt my love for you, that's definitely a big no. She needs to be taught a lesson.
But what can we do?
Well, Christmas is coming up.
Do you mean uninvite her?
I think it might be the best option, especially if she's not going to respect us as a couple. I don't want someone so hateful and disrespectful around us during the holidays. If she wants to come, then she needs to apologize to you first.
Thank you, sweetie. I'm so grateful you're willing to stick up for me.
Hey, I love you. Besides, I had to grow up with my mom, so I know what she's like. I'll let her know her decision tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you soon then. Love you.
I love you too.
Zara. Zara, pick your phone up now.
Oh, hello, Helen. How can I help you?
Cut the goody two-shoes act. You know what you've done.
What do you mean?
You've poisoned my own son against me and made him uninvite me from Christmas?
I've not done that, Helen. Your own horridness has done that to you.
Don't lie to me. It's all your fault. I know it.
All I told him was what you said yesterday about how you were going to bring another turkey to undermine me, and how you tried to get me to doubt him by telling me about that Lily girl.
He didn't need to know that, though.
Look, you can come to Christmas at ours once you've apologized to me.
Apologize for what?
For being horrid and trying to take over Christmas despite it being very important to me.
I'm not apologizing. You're a horrible girl, and I wish my son had never met you.
I'm sorry you feel that way when I've been nothing but kind to you.
Whatever. I'll just invite everyone over to mine, and we'll see what a good Christmas you have then.
You can do that if you want. I'll have my family around me, and that's all me and Mike need.
Ugh, I seriously hate you.
I see. Well, I'm not too fond of you either at the minute, so I'm going to go. I hope you have a nice Christmas, Helen. Goodbye.
Well, I hope yours is rubbish.
Well, you won't be there, so I don't think that's possible.
Why, you... Just you wait and see.
Helen never did apologize, and instead she tried to tell all of her side of the family to go to hers instead of mine and Mike's. Unfortunately for her, though, a lot of the relatives declined and came to us instead, claiming something about her food is too dry. My Christmas dinner went down perfectly, with many people telling me how tasty my turkey was. I felt bad for Helen a little bit, but I also know that boundaries need to be set and toxic people need to be left behind. Hopefully, she'll come around one day and stop being so hateful and mean-spirited. Fingers crossed. Hey Jasper, I might be a little bit late from work tonight. Julia has asked me to stay to finish up some reports that we really need for tomorrow's presentation. Could you maybe cook dinner tonight? I don't think I'll be back in time to do it, and I really don't want to be cooking late into the night after such a hard day at work.
Oh, and I guess you want me to do the washing and clean the rest of the house while I'm at it, huh?
What? No, I'm just asking for a little bit of help tonight because I'm going to be late. That's all.
Well, what about me? I've been working just as hard as you. Why should I have to do all the cooking simply because you can't be bothered to?
It's not that I can't be bothered to. I just won't be physically home until late. I won't be able to make any food at all.
Why do you have to work late? Just tell your boss to do the work herself and come back at the usual time. I was looking forward to some fried chicken tonight, so I want you to come back home and make that.
Jasper, I can't do that. Julia needs my help. Besides, I don't want to dump all that work on her. I've been working on this project for months now, and it's finally all coming together. This meeting tomorrow is with some very high-up people, and if we make a good impression, then big things could happen for me. So I don't think you cooking for one night is going to be such a huge deal.
I don't want to cook. I've had a tiring day as well.
Doing what? You don't work at the minute. I bet all you've done is sit in front of the TV all day watching sports. I mean, have you even cleaned up your dirty laundry from the bedroom floor like I asked you to?
So what if I've been at home? It doesn't mean my day has been any less tiring. I even had to go to the store to get some new batteries, as the TV remotes ran out and we had none in the house. Oh, that reminds me. On your way home, you'll have to stop by the shop and pick some things up.
What?
Yeah, we need some more toilet rolls, some milk, eggs, bread, sugar, tea bags, juice, and a few other things. I'll make you a list and send it through in a bit.
Hang on a minute. I've got to stay late at work. I'm already tired and hungry, so I'm not going to do a full-on grocery shop once I finish work. If we need things, then you'll have to go and get them. You're not so busy, so it should be fine, right?
What? I'm not going shopping. That's your job. You're the wife, and that comes under housework. So it's your job to do that.
Can you not be so lazy just for once? All I'm asking is for a little bit of help because I'm near the end of my rope. I do everything, and I mean everything. So for once, can you get off of your butt and help out?
I have no clue what you're on about. You don't do everything. I've worked for quite a long time to bring back a decent wage for us to buy this house, and if I remember, you were the one not working then, so why is it so wrong for me to have some time off when you did exactly the same?
But it wasn't time off. The entire time that I was unemployed, I was looking for work. Not to mention, I was keeping the house in order, managing our finances so that we knew what we could afford and what we couldn't. I was also cooking all of our meals and basically managing all of the house. You do none of those things.
You make it sound as if you did loads. All you really did was what a wife should do, which is the housework.
I'm not just your slave to push around and do whatever you tell her to. I'm your wife. We should be equal partners in everything. Whether it's in money or household chores, we need to share these things so that neither of us feels overwhelmed. That's what I'm feeling at the moment, completely overwhelmed. And whilst I love my job, it still can be quite demanding. So when it gets like that, I need you to pick up the slack and actually help me out, okay?
Laura, I have every right to relax and have a break. Let's face it, I've worked so much harder than you when I was working at the factory, so I deserve a little time off to recuperate. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's the truth. So if you have to do the household chores and everything else, then I'm not too concerned, as it's only fair.
You don't care? You don't care if I'm working myself into such a state, picking up after you and trying to maintain our home as well as a job, that I honestly feel like I could cry if even the slightest thing inconvenienced me? You're really not bothered by that?
Well, not really. Women are generally a lot more emotional than men and like to make things into more of an issue than they actually are. So this is probably just you doing that. It's likely that it's that time of the month for you as well, which always makes you more angry and irritable. In fact, I would really rather you try and control your emotions more. They can get quite tedious to deal with.
Oh, can they? How rude of me to actually have feelings. I'll try and subdue them next time I'm feeling particularly angry.
Great, thanks.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
Ugh, whatever. I'm getting back to work.
what about my dinner?
You'll have to figure it out yourself. I'm busy. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed right now.
Oh joys, what's happened now?
It's Jasper.
Oh god, just knowing it has something to do with him already has me feeling annoyed. What's he done now?
Well, I just messaged him to tell him that I will be late home from work tonight, as I'm currently working on that huge project I told you about. And we have a meeting with the bosses about it tomorrow, so we need to finalize some things. I asked him if he would be able to cook us dinner so that I wouldn't have to worry about it when I got home. And you know what he said?
What?
He told me that he wasn't going to cook dinner because he's had a tiring day.
Hang on, but he doesn't work.
Uh-huh. He then went on to insult me and every single woman on this earth and claim that I'm too emotional and need to keep my feelings subdued so that I don't annoy him.
Jeez, what a jerk. I honestly don't know what you see in him, sis. I mean, why do you want to be married to someone who does nothing but treat you like a slave? Not to mention that you're earning all of the money and that he's just wasting it on beer and gambling.
What do you mean on gambling? He promised me that he would stop doing that.
Well, he's not kept his promise. I saw him the other day going to the casino in town. I followed him there to see what he was up to, and he sat right down at a blackjack table and proceeded to blow over $300. He lost it all.
Are you serious right now? $300?
Yeah, and I asked the dealer when Jasper left. The guy also told me that Jasper's racked up quite a hefty amount of debt there too. Thousands apparently.
Let me get this straight. My husband expects me to work and clean and cook and everything else while he goes off and spends my hard-earned money on gambling and drinks and stuff?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know why you're still with the jerk.
I'm wondering that myself.
Honestly, I get out while you still can. I don't want to see my little sister lose who she is simply because of her useless husband. You can do so much better than him.
Yeah, you're right. I can. Thanks, Michael, for always being there for me. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Yeah, you owe me dinner for this.
I'll get you the best steak money can buy.
You better. Anyway, let me know how things go and if I need to kick anyone's butt, okay?
Will do. Love you, bro.
Love you too, sis. Clara, where are you? It's much later than usual. You should be back from work by now. Also, the dog needs walking, so you've got to do that when you get back. I've not eaten yet either, as I thought I'd wait for you to get home and cook us a nice dinner.
I've already eaten, so I won't be making dinner. And the dog will have to just go out in the garden. I'm too tired to walk him.
Hang on, what do you mean you've already eaten?
Julia and I ordered a pizza whilst we worked on our project. I'm full.
Well, that's not fair. What about me?
What about you? I told you that I wouldn't be cooking when I get back. If you decided to ignore me, that's on you. But I'm not going to be cooking anything when I get back.
But I'm hungry and the dog's whining is really getting on my nerves. You need to come back home now and sort all of this out.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, I'm done running around and picking up after you. I'm not your mom, and I sure am not your maid. These last few months have been absolutely awful for me, as I feel like I'm taking care of a child rather than living with a fully grown man and husband. Your complete lack of care and sympathy for me have pushed me to the end of my rope, and I've finally realized that you don't want me to be your wife. You don't love me like that. You just want me to be your live-in maid. Well, that's not happening anymore.
What do you mean? What are you gonna do?
I'm filing for divorce.
Wait, no, please don't do that. I don't know what I'd do without you.
That's not my problem. Maybe you should have spent a bit more time helping out with responsibilities instead of piling them all onto me.
But it's your responsibility as the wife.
We don't live in the medieval times anymore. In case you hadn't noticed, women actually have a lot more say in how they live their lives, even if you don't like to think so. And I've decided that I deserve someone who will love me and treat me as an equal. And that clearly isn't you. I'm staying at my brother's house tonight, and I'll be around to pick up my things and the dog in the morning.
But I don't even have a job. How will I live?
You'll have to find new work. Although with the debts you've racked up at the casino, you might have to find two.
How do you know about that?
Michael saw you the other day. Honestly, I really don't know what I saw in you.
Look, I'm your husband, and you need to do as I say.
No, I really don't. Goodbye, Jasper. I hope the next girl who marries you is able to whip you into some sort of shape. I wish her the best of luck. I divorced Jasper as soon as I was able to. Once I was free of the lazy bum, I actually felt a whole lot better. I wasn't constantly being told what to do and worked like a slave. The project that I had been working on was a huge hit, and I actually ended up being promoted to a much higher position with a huge pay increase. Jasper, on the other hand, was forced to get two jobs, one as a night porter and one as a checkout man, so that he could cover the cost of his debts and have enough money to live. As bad as it is, maybe it will teach him a valuable lesson about responsibility and helping out those who are close to him.